Hello everyone. So we are back with the next session on goal setting. We have been discussing about why goal setting is important, what are the different types of goal which a person set, and why goals are important in our life. Goal just give us a way to reach, to move in the forward direction, to celebrate something. Vision is everything which is required in each and every person's life. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hope. Make sure set your goals high enough to inspire you and low enough to encourage you. Goal should be something which inspires you. You're setting such a goal which inspires you to do something in your life to achieve that. But you have to set them at such a state that should be something which also encourages you to move towards your goal. One person just once said, it's not about the goal which you set. Understand the line? It is not about the goal which you set, but it's about becoming a person who can reach that goal. It's not easy for each and everyone to reach the goals. So you just don't have to set a goal. It is not only about setting the goals. That is very easy. Any person can do. But becoming a person who can reach those goals, becoming a person who can achieve those goals matters. And that is what you have to do. You do not have to write the goals. You do not have to read the goals every day. You do not have to go through the goals every day. But you have to try to become a person who can achieve those goals, who can reach those goals. And that is the transformation which you have to bring in yourself. Now, today we are going to discuss about why you should clearly define your goals and objectives. Why you should do that. What is the need for clearly defining the goals and objectives, and why we are supposed to do that? Every minute, every second, a new idea is conceptualized. We all know that thing. Every second, every minute, a new thing will enter into our mind. Today, right now, I am sitting, all of a sudden, in next 10 minutes, I may get an idea that I want to work on that. So this way, not only me, see, there are so many people who keep on thinking, who keep on getting. So every minute you can say there are millions of ideas which are coming in the mind of people every minute. With ideas growing, there is a growing competition out there. Yes, when the ideas are growing, people are starting new things. The competition is also growing. For the same thing, 10 different ideas, 10 different things are working. So don't you think the competition is increasing? Competition will definitely increase. Let's say there are 5 restaurants, they all are South Indian restaurant, they all are offering the South Indian dish, but the way they are offering is very different. The idea, that is the idea. They all thought, okay, we are going to go with the South Indian thing, but how? Everyone had their own unique idea. One came up with the idea that I'm going to serve everything on leaf. That is the actual South Indian style. One told that whenever a customer is going to come, I'm going to give him a grand welcome with the famous South Indian sweet. That is for free. Next, someone came up with the ideas that I'm not going to use table and chair. I'm going to make them sit down with the small chokki and they'll be enjoying their meal. A proper sitting arrangement is being made. No table, fork, spoon, eating is not there. Again, a unique idea. One came, let me just come up with a mixture of Chinese and South Indian taste. So there he bought innovation. He bought a new idea in the food, in the taste. So now, when every person have their own different ideas, how we are going to survive in the market? Don't you think it is growing lot and lot of confidence that people who are seeing 5 different restaurants offering the same thing with 5 different unique ways? Don't you think the competition will increase? People will have a lot of choice, but customer is one, options are 5. What option the customer is going to select? So that is what we say, that with the increase in ideas, with the increase in the generation of the idea, the competition is also growing. New organization or business give a tough competition to its counterparts and competitors. New things, we all know new things usually attract the people. Now, when new things are there, new businesses there, new competition, new organization is being created, it really gives a tough competition to its competitors, to the counterparts, and then it become very challenging for the people to survive in those type of in that market. How people are going to survive? Competition is something which force you to bring continuous changes in your way of dealing with the things. Don't you think they keep on, they just, nowadays the competition is so much that people just want creativity, innovativity in whatever they are offering. Even if they are just offering us food, we want to see the different ways, some innovation either in the taste or in the way they are presenting it, the way they are putting the table, the interiors, anything, but something different we need, and that should be very attractive, and that is how the competition is increasing every day. Now, it is essential to win customer and also understand customer satisfaction level. Now here, when you're working, your target is not to get the customer for a day, but you want to get the customer for lifetime. You want that the customer who are visiting you today should visit you next time, and for that you have to take care of you have to understand what satisfies the customer. You have to understand what customer wants, how we are going to satisfy their need, and then only you can survive in the market. In the market, only those people survive who work as per the customer's need, as per the customer's satisfaction, as per the customer's demand. The person who do not change as per the customers, they never survive in the market. They are thrown out of the market, because see, it is the customer who is giving you the revenue. It is the customer who is paying you. If they are not happy, if they are not approaching you, do you think you can survive in the market without their support? No. No individual can survive in the market if they do not get the support from the customers. It is very essential to win your customers so that customers do not move to other places. You might have heard people saying that we have the fixed customers. Why? Because they have won their customers. They have worked in such a way that their customers are very much satisfied. Their satisfaction level is very high with them. So it is essential to win the customers, and that is why you need to set the goals. You have to constantly monitor to verify that every department in your business and organization is working. Let's take the example of the restaurant. In restaurant, every person has to work. A waiter has to present himself well, he has to serve the customer well, a chef has to prepare the things well, the manager, the owner has to look towards the interior, towards the hygiene. Everything should be done, and every person in the organization plays a very important role for the business to grow. If everything is good, let's say the service is good, food is awesome, but interior, as soon as someone enters, it is not hygienic, smell is coming, and things are not looking good. People will not like. Place is awesome, interior is awesome, but the waiters are not good. Still, people will not like. So it is the balance between all the coordination among all the people in the organization, which together makes the organization face the competition, the real world challenges, the real world competition in the market. Next is putting down your goals and objective on a paper will help you put your thoughts and your imagination to work in reality. You know, these things we have understood that why goals should be clearly defined. If your goal is to survive in the market, you have to do all these things, right? But if your goal is to achieve your set goals, if you really want to do whatever you have decided, putting them on the paper, writing those things will make you move close towards your goal. It makes you move ahead of your goal because, as soon as we write something, we get more serious about getting that thing. We get more serious about achieving that thing. So always make sure you put down your goals, write down your goals, and put them in front of you where you can regularly see your goals and you can start working on those goals. So that is the importance, that why the goal setting is required, why the setting the goals and objective is important. Now, if I talk about the examples of SMART goals, what are the examples of SMART goals? We all keep on saying that the goal should have the objective. Right? Whatever goal, there should be some objective. That's why we are setting the goal. So that objective should be clearly defined. For example, many organizations cannot achieve their goals because they do not have clearly defined objectives that reflects what they want their employees to do. But if you set the SMART objective, if you use the method of setting the SMART goals, it is possible for you to clearly define your goal. Now, a clearly defined objective, one may just have to sit down and ask the question. For example, when you are setting the clearly defined objective, you can just sit and you can ask the question to yourself that what is that I want to achieve for my organization, for my business. What is that what I want to do for my business? Why do I want to achieve this target? Do I have all the resources to achieve these objectives, to achieve those goals, to meet those targets? So among so many different questions which you are asking, that you need to ask yourself. We may feel like it is very boring, but believe me, when you will find the answers to all those questions, you will feel that yes, you have set the smart goals for your organization, and the people are moving towards achieving them. We at times think what is the need for setting the smart or clear goals. But yes, if you want the organization to grow, if you want your employees to move in the direction close to your vision, you have to set the smart goals which are possible, feasible for the people to achieve. So these are like, if we talk about the example, why we need smart goal, one example is to bring seriousness among the people. That is the reason why we need to set the smart goals. Organization which do not set smart goals, they are unable to achieve anything in their life. That is again one of the reason why we should set the smart goals. Next thing comes is, for example, that is principles in setting up smart goals. What are the principles of setting these smart goals? The first principle is clarity. Whatever goals you are setting, you have to make sure that there is clarity in the goal. The goal should be very much clear. Let's say a goal is that in next quarter we have to increase our sale. Is that a clear goal which you have set for the organization? You have called for the meeting and you have simply told that for the next quarter we just have to focus on increasing the sales. Tell me, is it the clear goal which you have set? No, it is not a clear goal. You have told that you want to increase your sale in the next quarter, but how much sale? Let's say for this quarter, the sale touched somewhere around 10 lakh. Next quarter, if the sale is touching 10 lakh, 10,000, it is also increased. Are you expecting this increase? No, it is not a clear goal. A clear goal would have been that for next quarter, I want the sale to increase by 20%. That is the clarity in the goal which you have to give when you are setting the goals for the organization. Otherwise, any random person, the sales team can come and say, okay, you told there should be an increase in the sales, and see, we have got the increase of 10,000 in the sale. Can you believe just one person increase? For that, you took the decision. For that, you have set the goal. Just assume in 3 months, you could just increase the sale by 10%. That was not your goal. So, see, when you do not clearly define your goals, people won't have the clarity. They'll just think, okay, as for us, they told us to increase the sale. So let's just make it 10,000. Let's just get the sale increased by 1%. No. If you want the people should work in the right direction, if you want that people should meet the goal you have in your mind, whatever is running in your mind, it is important to clarify the thing. Do not assume the things. You need to clarify that thing. So clear goal will have been to the sales team that I want the sales to increase by 20% in the next quarter. That is the clarity which you have given to the sales team, that this is the percentage increase which I want in the next quarter. Second, challenges. You need to put on the things which challenge the people. They should be achievable, but yet they should put the challenge, because when you bring the challenges and the people, they will be bringing up their hidden talent. They will show their hidden skill. They will show their inner hidden skills, hidden knowledge, which maybe they are also not aware. So you need to set a goal which is challenging, which brings challenges for the people around. Third is commitment. Commitment means if you think you have decided something what you want to do, it is very important that you be on your commitment. If you have committed something that, okay, for next quarter, we are going to increase the sale by this person. So make sure you are providing all the available resources. Providing all the available resources to the sales team to increase their sales. So it is very important that you be on your commitment. Once there is once you have made a commitment that, okay, by this time we are going to achieve these results, by this time we have to meet this target, then you give your best, you deliver your best, and make your team do the best to achieve that target. Feedback. Regular feedback is again very important when we are talking about the goals, because see, goals we have said, we have taken the measures, but at time it may need some changes to achieve the goal. You might see that we have set the goals, they are achievable, they are clear, but still we are unable to meet the deadlines. We are not working, we are not close to achieve the deadline. So what is the reason? Take the feedback. Take the feedback from the employees, those who are working over there, that what changes are required. What do you think? What is going wrong? And consider the feedback, think over that, and if required, make the necessary changes in your SMART goals. Next is task complexity. Task complexity, it affects the task performance and can affect the motivation also. So make sure that whenever you are setting the goal, whenever you are setting the goal, you consider the task complexity also. You need to take special care to ensure that work doesn't become too overwhelming when goals or assignments are highly complex. People who work in complicated, demanding roles can often push themselves too hard. They can push, but it is not always possible that they are going to push themselves. So you have to make sure that work doesn't become too overwhelming when goals and assignments are set for the people. Now, these are the basic 5 principles of setting the goals and objectives in the organization. So, it is very important to be clear with the goals, and along with the clarity, you need to be committed towards your goal. Now, the last thing in this module is SMART goals. Different objective goals can be set up for, the SMART goals, different objective goals. For what you can set up these goals? So we can basically set up these goals for all 3 things. First is long-term goal, second is intermediate term goal, and third is short-term goal. If we talk about long-term goals, your long-term goals basically includes task or project that span across years, like research projects, let's say establishing into entering into some new project. So these are the long-term projects. They do not get completed in just 2, 3, 4 months. So smart goals are set on periodic basis. For a certain period, let's say for 3 months, the goals are set. For next 3 months, the goals are set to monitor the progress and map deficient to completion of the project, to check that where the goals are lacking, where we are lacking, what new steps we need to take so that we can accomplish our long-term goal on time. So basically, when we are setting the smart goals for the long-term goals, we just consider to divide that long-term goals on periodic basis, divide that into small goals, and we just make sure that in a certain period, we accomplish at least some part of that goal. Why we are measuring it on periodical basis? So that we can monitor the progress, and along with that we can also check if any kind of changes, if there is any kind of deficient which is stopping us to complete the project. Next comes is the intermediate term goal. Now these goals usually stretch for a quarter or few months. So smart goals help in setting up milestone-based approach where efficiency helps in reducing the time of completion. Now here, in intermediate goal, when we use these smart goals, when we are using the smart goals techniques, it will help us to effectively achieve that, and along with that it will also reduce the time of completion of these intermediate term goals. So basically, long-term goals may stretch up to years, and these intermediate term goals are the goals which stretch for a quarter or just for a couple of months. Here, setting the smart goals can help you in saving your time, and in long term, setting up smart goals can help you to monitor the progress and find the areas of deficit which is stopping them to complete their project. And the last one is short term goals. Now, short term goals are worked out on the basis of small piece of work that can be days or even hours. This goal setting is important to avoid distraction and meet the deadlines. So when we are setting the short-term goals, it is basically important to set for using the SMART goal techniques for short-term goals, because it will help us to avoid the distraction, and by setting the deadline, it will help us to achieve those goals on time. Now, if I ask you about your personal goal, if you remember when we were talking about decision making, we discussed that in decision making, every minute we make some decision. Same way, when we talk about goal, it is not just about the organizational goal. Even in our day-to-day life, we keep on taking some small decisions. Like some personal goals we keep on setting. Let's say you set your self-development goal, that is a personal goal. You set the goal for your family life. Let's say you have set the goal that every day I'm going to spend at least 1 hour with my family. That is your family life goal. You have set the goals like uh, you're going to wake up early. You have observed that nowadays you are waking up somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So you have made a goal. You have set a goal for yourself where you have decided that you are going to wake up early. That can again be a goal. You are a person who talks a lot. Not chit chat continuously happen. You never could give opportunity to any other person to talk. So now, being a person, you have decided that you are going to be a good listener. Right, you will be starting working on how to be a good listener, how to be an attractive listener. So you start practicing those skills. That is again the goal which you can set. You are always surrounded by your past. You're always worried about your past. You're always tense about your past. you're really tired. You just started realizing that though you're worrying about the past, but you are not getting anything. You're not getting any kind of return. So what you have decided that, okay, from now onwards, I am going to stop talking about the past. I'm not going to think about the past. I'm not going to just recall my past. I'll just let it go. That is again the goal which you have set. You are a person who loves to travel, but you have never traveled. You are always been overburdened with your responsibilities, family, your profession. But now you have set the goal that every quarter or every 6 months, I'm going to go out. I'm going to explore the world. I'm going to travel. That can again be a goal. You never take care of your health. You just take your health very casually. And now, because of that, you have started realizing that you are suffering with a lot of health problems. So, in that situation, what you have decided? You decided that, okay, I'm going to take care of my good health. So, these are the very small goals, which are the personal goals which you keep on setting in your life. So when you talk about the smart goals, when you talk about the setting the goals, so not only in the professional life, you do set some goals in your personal life also. And same as decision making, these are these personal goals